What's up, you guys? I want to do this update on my Rossi 92. I had troubles with feeding and loading 38 special rounds and even some 357 semi-wad cutter rounds. I did some of the mods that people suggested. I shortened the magazine spring. I changed the follower. I even lightened the loading gate. Helped a little bit, but what I noticed upon closer inspection was the magazine board hole right here for 357 has a ridge, and it's a pretty sharp and steep ridge. And what's happening is the nose of the rounds is colliding with that ridge and just getting jammed right there. So the more rounds you load, obviously there's more pushback on the rim going against the nose, and it's just harder to load. So as an experiment, I just did a little bit of smoothing. Didn't do much, but I didn't remove the ridge. It got a lot easier. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in there and actually remove that ridge so there's a smooth ramp. So when you feed around, notice how the nose collides right there. There is a ridge right there, and I smoothed it out so you see how it bumps up a little bit. It still has a little bit of a ridge there. I'm going to remove it completely. So this should enable the round to just smoothly load in without a little hang up right there. So that's the goal today. I'm also going to modify the parts on this, so it's going to be a two-tone Rossi 92. So stay tuned. Here are a few more modifications I made to make my Rossi 92 load more smoothly. So this is the loading gate, and it has a spring right here, a tension spring. And what you want to do is remove about a third of the material on the right side, closer to where the screw goes in. And what this allows is just smoother, easier loading. There's less tension going against it. Do not bend it at all because it's already at the perfect angle. And the other thing I noticed was this is the magazine cartridge stop. The edge was sharp on this, and that's what catches the rim and allows the rim to go past and load another round. I just rounded it off, and I noticed that when I'm loading, it follows a smoother line of cartridges back to back. So you just want to round that edge and polish it. So you see how it's shiny now? I didn't remove much material at all. Just rounded and smoothed and polished that edge. All right, you guys, I smoothed out the feed ramp to the magazine tube. Right there was a ridge, just like on this side. You can see that sharp ridge. That's where noses from the cartridges were getting hung up on and jammed. So let's see how much smoother this loads, and I can already tell it's going to feed a lot better. These 38 specials round nose flat point load way easier. So actually I can fit 11 of them. So before I had to really kind of wiggle around and figure out how to load all these. Now they just slide in one after another. Do it one-handed. Before I had to do all kinds of things to try and get this thing to work. This is a lot easier. So I'm already at 9. There's barely any tension. Could fit more. All right, here it is. Two-tone and beautiful. So I replaced the big loop blue lever with the stainless lever and the blued magazine tube with the stainless tube, and now I really like the way this thing looks. Really pops, and yeah, can't wait to shoot it. All right, here's some range footage. This thing is just a pleasure to shoot. Very soft shooting with 38 special, and pretty soft also with 357. So the difference I found between the large loop and the smaller loop is with the large loop, I felt that I don't know, I had more room to just throw my hand forward, but I do notice that it is faster with the smaller loop. It just stays on your hand a lot quicker, and it isn't nearly as difficult with any kind of wrist motion or whatever. So I actually think I do prefer the smaller loop, and people were recommending, a lot of the cowboy shooters are recommending that I stick with the small loop or the normal size loop. And I agree. I love the two-tone look. So we have a stainless lever now and a stainless magazine tube. And if I was to upgrade anything or change anything out, it might be putting the lever tack rear sights on it with the peep sight and the rail. But, you know, at this point, I've gotten so used to the adjustable rear sight and fiber optic front. I just like the way it looks, and I'm able to find the target quite easily. And right now I'm shooting at 25 yards pretty fast,
and hitting the black every time, putting a solid hole through the bullseye, but still hitting the black, about an 8-inch diameter, and just trying to shoot fast and accurate, stay on target with this thing, and it does a nice job. So there are some mods you have to make to this Rossi 92 to make it run this way and feed well, but it's worth it.